You left that one over there. Where are you sitting there?
No, not using that one.
Oh, my belly! Okay, so this is gonna be a behind the scenes. You're getting me talking about a recent shoot that I videographed. So between Christmas and New Year, I was asked to take a wedding video. I was asked to film a fake wedding fundraiser for a rugby team. Between Christmas and New Year, I was requested by a regular client of mine to film a fake wooden. Between Christmas and New Year, I was requested by a regular client of mine to film a fake wedding fundraiser for a local rugby team. Betwixt Christmas and New Year, I was requested by a regular customer of mine. Between Christmas and New Year, I was requested by a regular client of mine to film a fake wedding fundraiser for a local rugby team. Now, this client, all the shoots I end up doing for Niall, they're always fun. I've done a mini festival. It was a festival. Okay. Between Christmas and New Year, I was requested by a regular client of mine to film a wedding video of a fake wedding for a fundraiser for the local rugby team. Now, this client, Niall, he's all the productions I do for him are fun. They've done a music festival in Port Arlington. I've done a few debutant balls and a few other. They had like a Ibiza night birthday party. It was like a 21st and a 50th rolled into one. They're always really fun parties, and he spares no expense. He goes the extra mile, and he pays me straight away as well, which is always an added bonus. So here's how this shoot went. Between Christmas and New Year, a regular client of mine came and contacted me about filming a fake wedding fundraiser for a local rugby team. Now, all these productions that I do for Niall, they're always fun productions. We've done Teddy Bear's Picnic. I've done, I think, 2, maybe 3 debutant balls. I've done an Ibiza night that was for a 50th/21st, and for all these events, Niall spares no expense. He always goes the extra mile and any excuse to roll out the red carpet. So here's how this one went. How was that?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. You do put on a voice though.
I do, yeah.
You put on an influencer voice.
Do I?
Not really influencer-y, but like...
I'm not like talking to you, like.
No.
But I don't know, see, I think I have to, because people find me hard to understand.
Well, how do you know people find it hard to understand?
Because I worked in America.
Yeah, but I think if you just speak clearly and concisely and slowly, you're fine to understand. I don't think.
But then that's how you get this voice.
Huh?
That's how you get.
No. You're talking to me nice and clearly.
Okay.
Put subtitles in for the Americans. You're alright.
Yeah, they can't read. Okay. Well, I'll try another one. Then you tell me.
Yeah.
Is that alright if you give me feedback?
Yeah, of course.
You could be my director.
I am.
We're the power couple. So I don't want to start with so. Between Christmas and New Year, a regular client of mine contacted me to film a fake wedding as a fundraiser for the local rugby team. All these productions for Niall, this regular client of mine, they're always really fun events. We've done Teddy Bear's Picnic. I've done 2, maybe 3 debutant balls, and I've done a 50th Ibiza style night. Lots of strobe lights and what are they called? Glow in the dark pens. UV lights, all that jazz. Any excuse for Niall to roll out the red carpet, and he pays me on time. He pays me as soon as I finished, as soon as I hit stop. No, that's shy. Just rambling.
You don't even need to talk about payment.
Why?
Just don't.
But this is what people want to know about getting paid.
Okay.
Okay.
That was more natural though.
You think that was better?
Yeah.
Okay. Right then, between Christmas and New Year.
Not better.
What?
No.
This isn't.
Between Christmas and New Year.
Between Christmas... Oh, I'm scratching my balls. No.
This is on live.
Yeah, but I think this
Turn around.
What?
It's on live, so if you're scratching your balls, you're like on live scratching your balls, it's your whole body in it.
I know, I was in my pocket though.
Yeah, still.
People need to see. This is the content that
They
you
don't
don't
wanna
get on other
see.
channels.
Okay.
Between Christmas and New Year, a regular client of mine contacted me to film a fake wedding. Between Christmas and New Year, a regular client of mine contacted me to film a fake wedding as a fundraiser for the local rugby team. Now, Niall is ideal client. All the jobs that we do are fun. So I've done Teddy Bear's Picnic, I've done 2, maybe 3 debutante balls, I've done an Ibiza 50th/21st birthday party night, and he just spares no expense every time, so you're guaranteed the red carpet, that's a given, and then fireballs, UV lights, the lot, the full shebang. It's you can point the camera anywhere and it's going to look great. So that being said, here's how it all went.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah, thank you. So in pre-production, a few days prior to the event, Niall contacted me about the possibility of doing a live stream. So the idea is that the bride and all her bridesmaids are going to arrive in a convoy of tractors, and Niall has a massive screen inside the bar, and they wanted to live stream that, them arriving, so then people could cheer them as they walk through. Now, I have less than 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube, so I can't actually live stream on my phone, or so I thought. I did a bit of a Google into it, and I came across Streamlabs. And Streamlabs is like a third-party app that works as a workaround, that you link it to your YouTube channel, and then you can go live. And I'm actually using it right now, so hello on Streamlabs, everybody. Now, I'm on 755 subscribers, so I want to get to that 1,000, so then I don't have to use Streamlabs. So if you could subscribe, that would be absolutely fan-dabby-daisy. Is that good?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, it's fine.
Too quirky?
I don't know. I feel like it's not you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't have to play up to the camera. I think people just want people to be authentic.
Okay. Don't try and be funny.
Yeah, because you are funny.
Yeah, okay.
Joe, it's not your comedy show.
Yeah, okay.
Pretend you're talking to me.
Alright. Niall hit me up.
Because as well, like that, like say if you were talking to me about it, not that you'd have to dumb it down for me, but I wouldn't have a clue about like how things work.
Yeah.
Also, maybe the fact that you're using a third party, don't say I can get 1,000 subscribers and just fob them off. Who knows? They might see it and they might be able to do it.
Streamlabs. Okay.
Because I would have never known that.
Who might fob me off?
I don't know. Just don't fob them off. Because they're obviously helping you do
Yeah,
live streams now. Is that the same with Instagram?
No, I think you can go live at any time on Instagram.
Or Facebook?
Nah, they want you. So a few days prior to... A few days...
A few days before.
A few days prior to the event, Niall rang me up and he just wanted to inquire about the possibility of live streaming the event. So the idea was that the bride and all her bridesmaids are going to arrive in a convoy of tractors, and he has a massive screen inside the bar, and they want to live stream them arriving, so then everyone can applaud when they walk in. I said to Niall, my idea, so I have less than 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so I wasn't actually able to live stream directly to YouTube, and he wanted to publish it through YouTube onto the screen. So what I suggested to Niall was there any possibility of getting the bride and the bridesmaids, and we'll film the entrance beforehand, and then he can have it queued up like on an unlisted video and have the direct link and play it, and then we can fake them entering. But Niall reassured me that with the amount of hair and makeup that was planned for this event, that was not a possibility. So I did a quick Google around and I came across Streamlabs. So Streamlabs is a third-party app that allows you to, it's a workaround, so you can film. After a quick Google around, I came across Streamlabs, which is a third-party app that allows a workaround. So if you have less than 1,000 subscribers, you can still live stream on YouTube via your mobile phone with less than 1,000 subscribers. So I did a few trial runs just in the bedroom and worked out a few kinks just until I was confident in my ability to do it. I have less than 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so live streaming. I have less than 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so live streaming via YouTube wasn't a possibility for me, or so I thought. So I did a quick Google around, and then I came across Streamlabs, which I'm actually using now. Hello at home if you're watching on Streamlabs. So Streamlabs is a third-party app that allows you to work around, and you can live stream directly to YouTube even if you have less than 1,000 subscribers. I did a few trial runs just in the bedroom and then linked it up to the laptop, made sure I was happy with it, and then after I only did like 3 or 4, and I was pretty confident I was able to do it. I did a few tests using Streamlabs, and then I only did like 3 or 4, and then after that I was fairly confident on what I'd be able to do, and to be able to bring up I did a few tests at home and then linked it to the computer, made sure it was working correctly, and then I was pretty confident I'd be able to I did a few tests beforehand with Streamlabs via my mobile phone, working off my mobile data as well because I wouldn't have any internet or I wouldn't have any Wi-Fi connection, and then reviewing it on my computer to make sure. There was about a 10-second delay. That didn't really bother me. That's minor detail. And after a few tests, I was pretty confident I'd be able to. I did a few tests of Streamlabs just in my bedroom. No, I'm not saying that. What do you make?
Talk about tomatoes.
I would like to invite.
It's 2:30, by the way.
Have to, perfect.
You can talk a bit louder, no? Or does it pick up?
Yeah, it picks it up, I hope. So I did a few tests with Streamlabs a few days before, mainly just to check that it worked on my mobile data because I wouldn't have any Wi-Fi connection, and then I checked that it was actually streaming to my YouTube channel. There's about a 10-second delay, but like that's minor detail. And then after 2 or 3 tests, I was confident I'd be able to deliver this on the day for now. Okay?
Yeah, very good. You sound a lot more sure of yourself.
Okay, that's good to know.
I think there's the introductions you need to work on.
Yeah, but I
I think it's just because you feel awkward.
But I think I do it and then I go back and do the introduction after.
Yeah, but I think as well you just feel awkward. You know, when something you're talking about and you know about it. Oh.
So next section, we're going to talk about the gear I use. So I'm a run and gun minimalist shooter. I use my baby, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K, not the Pro version, and with a 18 to 35 lens for this shoot. For this shoot, I got a cage because with the Blackmagic, there's a few accessories that are needed that you might not know at the start. So it's very heavy on the LP batteries. Luckily enough, I have a few of the MPF the Blackmagic is very heavy on the LP batteries. Like you can literally see just it goes from 100% and it's like just a clock ticking down. It's like an episode of Countdown. It just absolutely drains the juice out of it. Now I have an adapter that allows me to use the MPF, the big chunky boys. These Buckley Donna. and you get a good bang for your buck out of them. But with that, you have to attach the adapter to it. Then as well, the next issue is memory. So the SD cards just ain't gonna cut it. I think I have 256, but after a few shoots I just realised it's not worth it, because you have to go and dump, and then there's time lost there, and then try to swap out cards, and then have you formatted them, blah 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 blah. So I have SSD, I think it's a 2 terabyte SSD that I'm working off now. So with that I need another connector to screw in to add to. So to accommodate the MPF battery, screw in, and then to attach the SSD external drive to the Blackmagic, I got the small rig cage, so it's like a little Meccano set, and that allows you to customize. So to accommodate the SSD drive and the MPF battery adapter, it's no longer a pocket-sized cinema camera. I had to get the small rig cage for the camera, which is essentially like a little Meccano set, and then you can customize it and add all the extra features that you want to have. I think there's handles and God knows what else, but there's loads of receivers for the 3/8 inch screw, which is pretty common for most accessories for cameras. I shoot handheld, and I shoot all my B-roll footage in 4K. Right, I've got a bit of a list. So I run and gun shooter, as I previously said, so I shoot all my footage in 4K, 50 frames a second, and I shoot it in the film profile the Blackmagic. I shoot it in the film profile that Blackmagic has. There's a nice flat colour profile, and it's easy to retouch in colour. When I'm editing, I slow down all the footage by 50%, so you get that nice smooth slow-mo, and that'll address all the maybe minor kinks that come along the way when I'm shooting. And I also downscale it to 1080p, so that allows me to recompose shots in post-production as well.
Nice. I think as well though, you could, when you talk about your setup,
Go on.
you could do a video where you're just shooting like your camera setup and talking through that.
Yeah. Yeah, I might do that later.
Yeah, because people like, they have to look at, when you're talking about stuff, people might go, oh, what's that? But they can actually see it. Could be good. Bulldog sauce is so hot. It's so good though.
Just have to, because it's half an hour.
Yeah, I'm just over halfway.
So when I got to the shoot, I ran around, did my usual, got a few establishing shots. It was still bright outside, so that was worked to my advantage, because it was December, nights coming in early. Got a few people, because everyone else was arriving at the same time as well. Everyone was dressed immaculately. Everyone was dressed like it was a real wedding, dressed in suits and all. So I got people arriving, people hugging, people taking drinks together, shaking hands. I got a really nice one at the groom. I didn't even know it was the groom at the time, where he's like hugging one of his friends, and I was getting his face, so the back of the other guy, and he saw me recording, and he went real cheeky wink towards the camera. That was a nice shot. I got talking to him. He was the sound guy, and he was so cool. And like obviously, in that situation, you'd have to be pretty game to do anything. But I got a nice shot of him as I got him and two of his mates to drag him back into the venue as if he was trying to escape last minute. So then I got chatting with Niall, the client, and I set up the live stream to go live, and I just placed it in like an opportune position so you could get like a nice wide of the whole event. And I said, we'll just leave that running just so there's no messing about when it's time to run, because I think it ran a bit late, you know what brides are like, and it was only meant to be a short period of time that was live streaming, but I think it was about 40 minutes that was live streaming then. But I kept an eye on the battery, and it was really light on the battery. I was really surprised. and it worked perfectly on the mobile data. It only streams in 720p, but still it's good enough, and it looked great on the big screen inside. So then after probably 45 minutes, I got the nod that the bride was going to be making her entrance. So I ran outside and got a few shots of people getting into the tractors, and I placed my phone, I got like a ring adapter thing, so that it allowed me to prop the phone up and I could film it. So I could leave that static, and I ran around and got some of the bride getting into the tractor, and then some of the bridesmaids, I don't know, messing around, just general coverage, chit chat, messing. Then the bride set off on her merry way, came back, went in, followed him in, and it was great. I don't know, I'm fucking rambling, talking shit, I can't do what. The bride was actually a friend of my sister's, so that made that a lot easier, just connecting with her, and she was able to give me more just because I knew who she was. And she's a real laugh, but you have to be, like I said about Warren being the groom in this situation, you couldn't be taking yourself too seriously. All the performances were great, all the parents of the bride and the groom, the best man speech, but the star of the show was the priest. He knew. He was the MC, and he just did an amazing job. He could be a full-time comedian. Now, it wasn't all rainbows and butterflies, smooth sailing, because, like I said, we shot it in December, and I went from inside to outside to live stream the bride arriving. When I went back inside, it wasn't, I didn't know straight away, but condensation started to develop on the sensor of the black magic, because being in the cold outside, probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 degrees or whatever, and then coming inside to where it's warm and full of people, as the event went on, I was able to see less and less. And it just, this layer of fog started to develop over the picture, and it was quite concerning, I'll be honest, because obviously the front of the lens was clear. I gave that a wipe. I opened, well, at one stage I stepped aside, opened it, which I would not recommend, and the back of the lens was, I gave that a wipe, and still there was nothing happening. As it got to pretty much zero visibility, I was starting to panic a little, but I'm very good at not showing that I'm panicking. And just by absolute pure fluke, they announced that there was going to be a break in the ceremony for everyone to get a drink and go for a cigarette, do their own thing. Oh, I think food arrived as well. So I pegged it outside, opened the camera, and just started to fan it. And then after I'd say I did that for about 5 minutes solid, just straight into the sensor. Like I said, would not recommend, do not leave that exposed. But when I came back in, visibility started to get clearer, and then after that I think the fog or the condensation that developed inside the camera dissipated, thank God. And then we were back to festivities. As the shoot went on, I didn't really have a clear idea how I was going to... Do you have a drink of anything there?
No, I don't hear one.
Yes, please. Because you even throws the big bottle.
Bringing in the big guns.
Thanks, Kurt. This beer, I can really make what my jawline was when I want it to be.
Yeah. You don't have a bad jawline though. Do you think you do?
Get that down your throat. Excuse me. So I wasn't really too sure where I wanted the edit to go, and it sort of evolved in my mind as the shoot went on. So when the bride and the groom said their vows, I recorded the whole video of I wasn't too sure how I wanted the edit to go, but I always keep this in mind when I'm shooting and kind of build the edit as I go. Going into it, I think we'd agreed on just doing a regular B-roll sequence that was cut to the beat of a song. But then, when the bride and the groom delivered their wedding vows, I recorded the whole video, and I just used the internal microphone on the camera to record the sound, and I captured the full thing, and it came out pretty clearly. But then I wouldn't recommend using the built-in mic, but like I said, this was just an added idea that I came up with on the day. When I got it into Premiere Pro, I chopped it down to a nice soundbite. So I cut out all the pieces where the priest read out the vows and then they recited them, and I cut out some of the audience reactions, but not all of them. Some of the laughs were really nice, and I exported the audio then, I think it was about a minute and a half, as a AIFF file. So it's an audio file. Now, because I'm with Adobe, I've got access to a little known app. Well, my boss told me about it maybe about 18 months ago, or maybe a year ago. Adobe Podcast. If you have the Creative Suite, it's an extra app that you can use, and you upload the audio, and then it's got a speech enhancer, so it will cut out all the background, and it will enhance the audio of the speaker. So I ran. Now it's very, very temperamental. No, not even temperamental. I just say less is more with it. So my boss's advice to me was don't go above 65% of the enhance. I think for this I only did like 15%, and it really cleans up the audio. But if you go too far to the other side, it scrambles it. It makes it sound really fake, and it can change like the pitch of people's voices as well, because we've got a nice flat Midlands accent that doesn't really work in this. So then when I was happy with that, I exported it, added that into the audio track, and I cut relevant pieces of the B-roll that I captured and inserted them where it felt appropriate. Then I did a little bit of a B-roll intro establisher into that, and then I actually captured a really nice soundbite of the bride when she was going off in the tractor, that when I recorded it, I was like, if that came out properly, that's exactly what I'm going to use. So without any further ado, here's the final product. Everything alright?
Yeah.
For whoever's watching at home, the video will be out in probably a week or two, and then you get to see the final product. Thanks for watching.